Oh wow, is that me playing another vintage cube? Looks like it. That's pretty crazy. Wow. So lastly we played a really cool what's it called deck? Wildfire deck. That was fun. Didn't trophy. That's okay. So we're starting again. The cards I'm looking at are Force of Will and Spell Pierce, most likely. Baleful Strix is great. It is two colors though. Rabble's really good in mono red, along with other aggro decks. Dark Ritual's also good, but Force of Will and Spell Pierce are great ways to interact with the opponent. They're in blue, which is a great color. So, I'm actually not sure which one I prefer. Honestly, I think Force of Will. I mean, we took Force of Will last time, but we didn't. We were playing artifacts. We didn't really have like enough blue cards to interact. So pack two. Ancestral Vision is not Ancestral Recall, but it is still really lovely. It goes well in like Force of Will and like a control deck. Uh, Path to Exile is probably the individual strongest card in the pack. It is white though, which we could play like blue white top out control, which is a fun deck. I'm also looking at Sneak Attack. Taking Sneak Attack early is great because it kind of informs what you're doing, and it's kind of nice to be able to play Force of Will. We can try to sneak attack with only 5 mana and then turn on Force of Will. I do I like Path better? I'm just taking Ancestral. My qualm about taking Sneak Attack is it only works in the Sneak Attack deck, whereas Path is just going to be good all the time. And usually no one's playing white. I'm just going to take Path. I'm crazy, y'all. Natural Order is really strong. Obviously, our first two picks are not in green, but Devoted Druid is also in this pack. Uh, I think I might take it, except that Phantasmal Image is in this pack, and Phantasmal Image, if they get a broken creature, I can just pay 2 mana and get my own copy of it. So I think I'm taking Phantasmal Image here. Uh, so this is the blue white. Typically, there's like a few different blue white decks you can play. There's like Control. There's like Tap Out where you're playing like big Planeswalkers, Fractured Identity sort of thing, and then there's like a Low to the Ground. It can be either like an opposition token situation or just like mono white featuring blue. So all these cards so far could kind of go into any of those decks. Forcible is really nice in the tap out control deck because then you can tap out for like Gideon and still counter their stuff. In this pack, ooh, there's actually a lot I like. I actually don't super like Stormgate Seacaller. I do like Uro a lot, and we did pass a bunch of good green stuff, so green might someone else will probably start taking the good green stuff, but Ashiok is really good. Breach is also in this pack, so if we took Sneak Attack, that would have been cool to have Breach and Sneak Attack. Also looking at Zealous. Zealous is really good. It's one of my favorite cards in the cube. Just randomly win the game. You can take Planeswalkers and ult them. You can take lands to make it cost functionally 4 to like bolt them or something silly. Daze is also nice. Again, having interaction while you're topped out is pretty cool. I think I'm just gonna take Ashiok. 3 mana Planeswalkers are pretty good. We already passed green stuff, so this pack is good too. I think I'm mostly looking at Thief of Sanity. Um, we ended up playing like Esper control or just blue black control. Reanimator's also possible in blue black. I think I like that better than Gonti. Smuggler's Copter is really good, but we don't know how many lower to the ground creatures we're playing, and Thief of Sanity is just like a problem that has to be dealt with. It's really great in control mirrors. It's great against combo decks that don't have a ton of removal. Uh, so I think I'm just taking Thief of Sanity. All right, this pack is less exciting. Um, Languish is not Damnation, but it still is good against aggro. Kind of not great with our two creature spells we just took. I don't think we're a Metalworker deck. Nightmare Reaper could be interesting if we're playing like a lot of like if it's like a recurring Nightmare deck or something. I don't like Mishra's Factory. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna take Midnight Reaper. I'm not sure that I'm playing this card. I was thinking about maybe taking Acidic Slime. Okay, we got another Eldrazi. I think I'm gonna take Kozilek here. If we get back sneak attack, which I doubt that we will, um, but the other option is taking like lava claw reaches. I don't know. I don't think we're playing any of these cards, but maybe. Murderous Rider, Massacre Worm is not looking like an Omnath deck. I'm not a huge fan of Angrath's Rampage. I mean, it's a great way to snipe a Planeswalker, but so is Murderous Rider. Skull Clamp. I don't think we're a Skull Clamp deck. We're not really in green. Massacre Worm could be good, especially playing like a recurring Nightmare deck situation. It's like really randomly good against certain cards. I'm gonna take Murderous Rider though. Murderous Rider's great in the recurring Nightmare deck. So this is pack 1. Goblin Realm came back, which makes me think red is pretty open. I don't think there's any reason. I don't think this card is very good. Just have flying. I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't do enough. It doesn't enter anything. I think I'm gonna take Blood Crypt. Red looks pretty open. Having a land that we could maybe fetch for later seems pretty good. This pack was the one that had sneak attack in it, right? So someone is playing sneak attack, which is good to know. Expansion. I don't think Brawl. Maybe I'm just taking Makeshift Mannequin. This could grab back like Phantasmal Image if it's in our graveyard or something. I think it's better than Brawl. Assassin Sure if he's great. We're not really playing green though, but we could. I don't think this is really a Gush deck. I think we can take Assassin Trophy. We might end up playing it depending on where our colors are. Uro actually came back. Honestly, Heartless Act is pretty good. I think I'm gonna take Uro. We might end up playing we might end up playing still having a stroke. We still might end up playing 3 colors, but it just might not end up being white. This pack is pretty good. There's Mox Pearl, but it's looking like it might be an off-color Mox Pearl. So I think I'm leaning towards Time Walk. I would love to take both of these cards. Moxes are great. I don't think anyone needs to tell anyone that. I do really like Time Walk, especially since we're like more of like a low to the ground creature deck like that you get so much tempo off of time walking an opponent at a great time. I think that's better. We're playing 3 colors. We don't really have great fixing, so I don't know if just like ritualing on a Mox Pearl is really gonna do that much. I'm just gonna take time walk. There's Burning. Love this card. That art is so good. I love that card. We played against a Thieving Skydiver the other day, and it was pretty good. Grave Titan's a great answer. I forget did we open Recurring Nightmare already and someone took it? If we didn't, Grave Titan's really great with Recurring Nightmare since you can use the tokens to get back Grave Titan, so it's just like really just however much mana you have. We don't have any fetches, so I don't really like brainstorm if this was like Preordain or Ponder. I'd 100% take it. Dismember's probably fine in this deck too. I think I'm gonna take Grave Titan. Grave Titan's a great later gameplay because if they don't have a Wrath, if they just have like a kill spell, you still get the 4 zombie tokens, so it kind of like diversifies your board a little bit. There's a lot of great cards in this pack. Oof. I think we have to take Watery Grave. Prioritizing mana is really important. You want to be able to cast your spells. Hymn to Turek and Remand, though, are both fantastic. I would love to get either of those cards back. And honestly, Frantic Search might be okay. We do have Makeshift Mannequin. So it might be like a small Reanimator deck. I don't think I've ever played Pernicious Deed in my deck, ever. And we could actually play this card, depending on how things go. Because it doesn't actually kill Planeswalker, so we have Ashiok on the field, and we like Pernicious Deed and Wrath. I do wish I could take him or Remand, but I think just being able to cast our spells is better. As far as this pack, there's a Wood of Foothills that would be a green fetch, which would kind of fix our mana. Yogwill would be great. I hate Storm. Little fun fact about me, I really don't like playing Storm in Limited. I like Constructed Storm. Like, it's okay. I don't hate it. I don't love it. But I really hate Vintage Cube Storm. The only time I will play Vintage Cube Storm is if it's like a high tide, like green blue situation. I don't like the black and the rituals and it's just stressful. And I mess it up and then I get upset. Other options like Rotting Regisaur. I mean, It's a really big body, and it can feel like our sub reanimation theme, but it's also like huge card disadvantage. I think I'm just gonna take Foothills. Maybe we get a green land that we can fetch from it. In this pack, Dig is nice. Good card advantage. We should have a lot of things in our graveyard because we're trading, activating. Bitter Blossom I like, but that just seems weak to be taking over some of these other cards. Creeping Tar Pit's mana fixing, and it's unblockable, which is like surprisingly relevant in a lot of games. I think I'm just gonna take Tar Pit. It's mana fixing. We don't have any one drops, but something we can do on turn one. I do really like Dig though, but again, I'm just gonna prioritize lands. Um, Riftwing again, Tendrils, Storm. Riftwing Cloudskate is one I'm looking at. We're not really playing red for Fire or Ice. Riftwing Cloudskate we can do on turn two. It answers a lot of stuff. There's no, I mean, there's a Signet that kind of helps fix for Uro. Maybe we're supposed to be taking that. I like Cloudscape better. We're not really sure that we're playing green. Like we have two green cards that are like okay. I mean, I don't really think that we need to be ramping. We kind of just want like interaction. Trying to be like a very interactive deck. In this pack, Crucible, we saw Wasteland earlier, but I don't know if that's enough. Right now we have a fetch that grabs nothing. Caracas is pretty cool. We don't have, we can bounce Uro so far. That's all we have of our own stuff, but sometimes it's just randomly good against like random mirror stuff. I'm looking at Toxic Deluge. I think that Toxic Deluge is really good against like aggro decks. And it can also just like minus 15. Like you could kill Kozilek with Toxic Deluge if you have enough life, which we might not, but I think I'm just gonna take Deluge. In this pack we have Thirst for Knowledge, which I actually don't hate. We kind of have a reanimation sub theme, but we don't have any artifacts to discard. You have like a fourth on color signet. I don't really love that. Bone Shredder is really good with Reoccurring Nightmare. It also kills a bunch of stuff. Our 3 mana slot is really busy though, but I think I'm just taking Bone Shredder. In this pack, I don't super like this pack. I'm thinking I'm just gonna take Steam Vents. We can fetch it off Wooded Foothills if we do end up playing green. Uh, Chupacabra's fine. It's not super exciting. It's not bad. It's great with Reoccurring Nightmare. I would love to get Reoccurring Nightmare if you couldn't tell. uh, I don't think we're playing any of these cards. Just grab that one. We'll take Riding Regisaur. Sort of Fire and Ice. We might end up playing just someone who's playing those colors and just win off of it. Take Cabal Ritual, but we're probably not playing it. Kozilek does shuffle, right? Yeah. So we can makeshift mannequin Kozilek as he gets discarded from something. In response to the trigger of him hitting the graveyard, you can reanimate him with any instant speed reanimator. So makeshift mannequin and shallow grave, you can reanimate the Titans like that. Although the new Ulamog doesn't shuffle, I believe. So you can just regularly animate him. This deck has a lot of stuff. Oh, we also didn't get Remand or what's it called back, so that's important to note. His deck is really busy on the 3 slot. We're really looking for his lands. I think I'm first picking Marsh Flats here. This fetches Watery Grave, which I like a lot. And we actually do have pretty good fixing. We could get Culligan's Command on the wheel instead of playing our own Assassin's Trophy if we want. Other than that, the rest of this pack is pretty boring. Pack Rat's cool. Other than that, I'm not super excited, but taking a fetch is great. Grab their colors. Ooh, Oko. Oko would be a great reason to play green. Oko's really strong. You can turn 3 Oko a lot of the time is just enough to win the game if it gets off, especially if they don't have anything on board. It's just really good. Counterspell is great too, early interaction. I really like Prismatic Vista. You can grab any fetch. Casualties of War would be nice too. I really want to take Counterspell only because our mana is like so weird, but or we don't really have a lot of low interaction, but Oko is just really good. Delta versus Jace. I think I want Jace. We do already have a fetch. Is that wrong? This is a bit of a tough one. We have 5 lands, so we need 3 more playables. We're probably not playing Kozilek. We're not playing Path. I don't think we're playing Makeshift Mannequin. I don't think we're playing something in here. I don't think we're playing Rotting Register. I think we need more playables. I do really like that Delta though, but it's probably not gonna come back. I think Jace is just too good. Instantly bounces something. It's just a good spell to have. I don't think we're gonna be making it to 8 mana, or if we do make it to 8 mana, we're probably just losing the game anyways. Volk is cool, except that we're not playing those colors. Would have been better if it was like a green blue land. If it was like Trop, that would be cool. Urza is a 4 mana get another creature, but we don't really have any artifacts. I don't think it's that good. Corpse Dance, return top creature. Corpse Dance could be okay. I mean, we could reanimate like Bone Shredder, get back Thief of Sanity for a hit. I don't think we're playing it, but is it better than Ophiomancer? Maybe Ophiomancer's better. I'll take Ophiomancer in front of the sideboard. I don't know that I'm playing Ophiomancer though. Primetime's great. Again, our green is like not the most sensational. The other option would just be Liliana. She can reanimate. She puts stuff in play. I don't really like Lily here though. Is it Signet? Is a 1-color Signet on 2? I don't think we can play Ancient Tomb. I feel like you have like nothing turn 1 and 2. I'm just gonna take Primetime. Primetime's probably the strongest card in the pack, but I'm just concerned about our early game. I think I'm taking Bloodchief's Thirst here. Foreign Collect's not as strong as Primetime. We're not really a Gaia's Cradle deck. Control Magic is okay. Fractal Signet would be okay. I'd rather have a black Signet because of like these double black. We only have 1 double blue spell and it's Jace. I think I want Bloodchief's Thirst. I kind of need like early game like anything. We really only have like Assassin's Trophy on 2. That's like the only interaction we have. So I think I have to take Bloodchief's. Bloodchief's Thirst is fine. I wish it was instant speed, but we'll take that. That's fine. Here, I don't think we're a Llanowar deck. I don't think we're a Craterhoof deck. I guess it's just Night Whisper. Some card advantage at the cost of life. I think that's fine. Ooh. I like Brazen Borrower, early game interaction. Phyrexian Revoker is nice too, and Miscalc is a way to like actually interact with spells. I think I like Brazen Borrower better. Only because we're like an aggro deck kind of. So I would play Miscalc and Brazen Borrower in our deck if I could pick both, but I think I like Brazen Borrower a little bit more. In this pack, I don't super hate Noble. We're probably only going to be attacking with like 1 creature at a time. So the Noble, and this does get us blue mana and more green mana. The other options are Affection and Rager. I don't super like this card, but I think this card does work if we had Recurring Nightmare, which we don't. So I actually don't mind taking Noble. All right, so we have Casualties of War. I think I'm gonna take Casualties of Wars. I know I said I needed early interaction, but Liliana's Triumph isn't that great, especially since we don't have a Liliana in our deck. So we don't get like a 2-for-1. It's just a 1-for-1. I do love Glorybringer. I'm not playing red though. Casualties of War. If you resolve it, a lot of the time you just win the game. It's brutal. But one of the drawbacks is you have to be playing these 2 colors, which aren't the best, and Rearis isn't really a problem. I don't think that we're a Gilded Lotus deck. I also don't think we're a Questing Beast deck. I really don't like this card. I mean, this is pay 5, get back Phantasmal Image, which I guess is okay. I guess I'm playing this card. I don't know. I feel like this card's bad, but we'll find out. Beast Within, I have 6 lands, so I'm playing 17. I guess I'll take Beast Within. I don't think I'm playing it though. It could be great against like Storm or something if they have like Bolas' Citadel. I don't see us playing Show and Tell, so I guess I'll take Shieldred. I don't think we're playing Vorinclex, but and then Felder Retreat goes sideboard. Okay, so this deck is probably fine. I do wish like we could have played Leovold if we opened them. I wish maybe if we had Recurring Nightmare in this deck would be a little bit different. As far as what we cut, we're kind of playing. This is weird. Maybe this deck is bad. I don't know. We're kind of playing a creature deck, so I don't know that Toxic Deluge and Languish are going to be the best here. We could always bring them in if we're like playing as aggro or something. All right, I'm going to take a snippet in the deck, and then I will see you in round one. All right, match one. You won the die roll, so we're gonna go first. I realized watching through my last video, I probably should minimize this. That way you guys can see my hand. I'm used to playing with it all the time, so it doesn't bother me, but I could definitely see that being annoying. This hand isn't amazing, but we are going first, and we can kill their turn 2 play, depending on what it is, using Bone Shredder. And if we draw a green source, then Uro recycles itself, so I'm gonna keep. This hand is fine. It's not, broken. Just what I would love. Love if it was just like Mox, Ancestral Recall, like Force of Will, like just the nuts. That would be cool, but I say it's fine. I think we'll be okay. We are missing double green for casualties. Hopefully we figure that out. Our opponent's taking a while to decide whether or not they want to keep, so that's the thing. It's like in Vintage Cube, like sometimes aggressively mulliganing is what like you get rewarded with. Like if you're playing against a fast deck and you just happen to have the right hand that has the interaction, and sometimes your opponent just like flounders or like they can't do enough with the cards in their hand, and so you just end up winning the game by like you started with 7 and they mulled down to 5 super aggressively to try to find whatever. So it's kind of hard to know whether or not you're supposed to keep certain hands, especially before you know what deck they're playing. Obviously, the hands that you keep against Storm are very different than the hands you pick against Burn. They're gonna keep 7 though. We're gonna play Steam Vents. We're not gonna play any life. We'll pass the turn. This would be a great hand if we had Library in our deck, because we're kind of not doing anything for a while. Night's Whisper was a great draw. Something that we can actually cast on too. Gives us some cards, which we definitely like. Ups the chance that we're going to hit a blue source for Uro if they don't cast anything on 2. Them playing Lava Claw Reaches is a little bit sus, because Bone Shredder actually only hits non-black creatures. So if they play like Confidant, we're kind of in trouble. Because Bone Shredder's then just like a 6-mana 1/1 with flying, which is not great. Marsh Flats doesn't grab a green source, which is unfortunate. We had an overgrown team or something. Does grab Watery Grave though, so that's cool. But we still can't cast Uro. That would be really cool if we could cast Uro. Our opponent's thinking pretty hard. Joke's on them, we're kind of not doing anything, so we're really not in a rush. We do have Force of Will, which is really nice, because we're probably not going to be casting Uro unless we draw a green source, so we're fine exiling it, depending on if we need to use it or not. The classic land go. I did cast Night's Whisper, so that's not totally true, but classic, not much is going on at this moment. Very thrilling gameplay, I'm sure. I don't know if our opponent's connection is just slow or something. They're taking like a lot of time to pass turn and stuff, or maybe they're just thinking, I don't know. Phyrexian Rager's fine. That's not worth Force of Willing. It's a pretty slow clock, and we're at 18, so can't Bone Shredder it. I probably wouldn't Bone Shredder it anyways. I don't think it's good enough. Do I suspend Cloudskate or do I try to cast it next turn? I think I'm just gonna suspend it. The issue is, if I want to cast Bone Shredder, what's the suspend on this? 3? I think I'm just gonna suspend it. This lets us Bone Shredder next turn, like, or if we draw something else we want to cast. Like, we have the lands in hand to cast Titan. This only backfires again if they play like a black threat, because Bone Shredder does not kill black creatures. I don't think it destroys artifacts either. It's not the world's best removal spell, but the art's pretty, so who cares? We still Force of Will if they play something like absolutely backbreaking that we need to counter. It's worth 2 for winning ourselves over. Hopefully this is a red creature. That would be really cool. Bitter Blossom. I think I have to force that actually. Hmm. This destroys. Oh wait, no. This destroys enchantments, right? If we get yellow. If we get double green, we can just kill it with casualties. This could backfire. We'll find out. We are getting Cloudscape eventually, so. And this card does nothing. I wish we had double green. Like, imagine if we could casualties next turn. That'd be really cool. I might cut some of these swamps for green sources, like it, because like this could also be a prime time in our hand, and we'd be in danger. I think we're just casting force next turn. Kind of have nothing better to do. We are taking 2 again next turn. We don't have anything we can kill with Bone Shredder yet. We're kind of just chilling, just enjoying our time. It's hanging out. Night's Whisper's fine. I don't think that's worth casting Force of Will on. Our Cloudskate should be on 2. Yeah. So we don't get him this turn, we get him the following turn. We take 2. No, not life-changing, not the worst. Let's see what they do. They're probably gonna play land. They didn't play land yet. We haven't done anything. This would be like a really good like languish situation, but we're playing like a creature deck, so I don't know. Something's going on. Non-black creature. Velky, I don't see. Velky's not even that good, but we don't have any wraths, and I would like to start casting my spells, so I'm just gonna cast this. Kind of have nothing better to do, unfortunately. I wish we had Overgrown Tomb. That would be really cool. Riftwing, clicking down. Honestly, at this point, I think I'm just gonna cast Bone Shredder on nothing. Is that troll? Drawing a green source would just be the best. Just give us a green source. I know you want to. I know you want to, Dick. Green source, we cast Uro, we get another green source. That's what I want to see. That would be perfect. They're really thinking about Riftwing. A lot of thoughts going on. They're thinking about whether they wanna cast their 0 mana spell in response to suspend from Whispering. We might win on time, maybe. I don't know. I'm having trouble making this pause interesting at all. It's kind of boring. I guess I can look at my deck really quick. How many green sources am I playing? I'm playing 3. I'm playing like 4. Yeah, I should probably be playing more green sources. Chupacabra is fine. I think I'm gonna cast Chupacabra. The other option would be just like casting Bone Shredder, which I don't super like. Because it doesn't actually kill anything, it just blocks. Whatever, so. I think I'm actually just gonna kill the Fairy Rogue. We wouldn't mind having Chupacabra in our graveyard, because then if we get another land, we can Amalgam. Does this turns into... Oh, this is a 2/2. This is probably means I want to kill Rager more than. So not a green source, but I do like that it's something that we can cast that impacts the board slightly. They get another Fairy Rogue. That's fine. We do need 2 green sources to cast casualties. Like, casualties would be great, even on this board. Like, say they play another creature we want to kill, and then, like, I just get to casualties, and I get to kill Bitter Blossom, their creature, and their Lava Claw Regis. Like, that's so good. That's why, like, if you can cast it casualties, it's usually pretty brutal. But, we are missing green sources, so I'll see what I can do. We are holding up double blue, so they might think that we have like a counter spell or something, and we don't. But they might think we do. They have no idea what's in our hand. They don't care. They're just gonna go for it. Hopefully, it's a non-black creature that I can just kill. Mind Twist, our whole hand is pretty brutal. Not exactly what you like to see, but you know, whatever. So now they have 6 cards in their hand, and we have nothing. Uh, Actually, weirdly enough, I mean, our hand was pretty bad, so like whatever. This could be like Grave Titan. That would be great. We have some okay top decks. Could work out just fine, depending on how things go. See, look, like now we're gonna draw our green source. Actually, green source into green source is still fine. We get to escape Ura. That would be a good use. A good use. Again, they're absolutely taken aback by the Riftwing Cloudskate suspend ticking down. They're floored even. They just don't know. They're overcome with the splendor that is Riftwing Cloudscape's suspend ability ticking down. We do get it this turn. I'll probably just bounce Bitter Blossom. The other option would be to just like bounce a token, but bouncing Bitter Blossom kind of does the same thing, except that they have to pay 2 more mana if they want to replay it, which I think matters more than the 1 life that they would lose. The other option would be to bounce like Lava Claw Reaches, which honestly probably wouldn't be the worst, but I think I like bouncing Bitter Blossom more. Brazen Bar was actually a lovely draw. I'm perfectly fine with that. We're gonna attack for 4. Can Brazen Borrower whatever they play. Just bounce their Bitter Blossom again if that's all they're doing next turn, or if they play like a scary creature. It would be cool if we had another blue source, because then we could play it in the same turn and like really start racing them, but our deck's mana isn't great. So we're doing what we can. Our opponent is thinking about whether or not they want to chump with their fairy rogue. Very interesting stuff. Their deck just seems like our deck, like just like a kind of grindy black deck. So I'm not sure if there's really anything from the sideboard that we want to bring in. Sort of Fire and Ice might not be the worst against them because they are playing red. As far as that, I mean, we'll get into it later. But I'm not sure. I think our decks are like the same. We're literally playing the same colors, although they probably think that we're playing Grixis, but we're actually just missing green mana. Oh, they know we're playing green because we discarded. They're probably confused we're playing Steam Vents maybe, but to be fair, I am too. So the one thing about Brazen Borrower Petty Theft, you actually can't return your own permanent. So I couldn't return Ravenous Chupacabra if I wanted to in order to kill something instead of bouncing it. It has to be something you don't control. So because otherwise that would be cool. They just play like a creature that we don't want them recasting, like Inferno Titan or something, and then we bounce Ravenous Chupacabra when they go to kill it, and then replay it and kill her. Like that would be cool, but that's not how it works. So hopefully they float all their mana past the turn. That would be number 1 coolest thing. The other, if they just play Bitter Blossom, that would be good too. Like past the turn, that would be fine. Or if they just tap out for like something that we just bounce. Anyways, that would also be good. They play Bitter Blossom and something else, that could be a bit suspect. Not ideal. K command. Are they making us discard? Target player discards a card. Yeah. Again, like if we could bounce Cloudscape, although I think we would still discard because they're second lines in text, but that is pretty good. We're just gonna bounce a token. You do get to kill our Cloudscape, which is fine. It's not that into the world. I think killing one of their tokens is better than just playing Brazen Borrower out because they can block Brazen Borrower with just 1 token, so it's basically the same thing as casting it for them. So doing it this way basically just lets us kill another Fairy Rogue. Ooh, I don't have double red. What? That seems aggressive. Instead of playing Bitter Blossom, they'd rather do that. Do they have another 1-draw maybe? Oh. What is their deck? Interesting. So they're playing like aggro. I don't think Phantasmal Image on Zergo Bellstriker is what we're looking to do. So I'm probably just not going to do that. Unfortunately, it's kind of sad that they might twist this. Amalgam, Agadeem's Awakening would actually be kind of cool here. We could grab back Ravenous, and then we would need one more land, and then we could get back like Ravenous, Bone Shredder, and Riftwing. That would be really cool. I think I'm just gonna play Brazen Borrower. I'll take 3 this turn. This can only block creatures with flying, so this is sus if they animate Lava Car Reaches. We take a bunch of damage, but whatever. I'd rather save Phantasmal Image for like something that's not a 1 mana 2/2 that can't block things. That, or like a Fairy Rogue token that seems pretty bad. I don't super want to do that. I'd imagine they're probably gonna attack with Zurgo and then just like deploy their hand. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. We're both at 11. They have 6 cards in their hand though. And we have 1 in our hand and 1 on an adventure. So that's cool. We do have 1 more land than them, so we are officially cooler than they are. But that doesn't always translate to winning the game. So we are like super far ahead on time. It has nothing to do with like the way we've been playing. It's probably just our opponent's internet connection, which, hey man, we take those. I don't understand stuff like that. Like, I remember watching, I think A-Star the Third play Smash, and he would get offended when he would like accidentally kill himself, and oh, that's pretty bad. He would get upset when people would like give him a homie stock because he's like, this is, you should take what you can get. Like, this mistake happens in pro play. Like, you should be able to like meet me where I'm at. That's pretty bad. We take a bunch of damage. We're taking 5. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, again, if we just draw like Titan off the top, we'll probably be just fine, but it's probably bad. Island is not what we wanted. I haven't drawn a single green source yet, so I think this is definitely, I need to be playing more green sources. I think I have to Phantasmal Image Hellrider. I don't think it matters though. I'm just dead on board. So I think I don't show them Phantasmal Image and I just pass the turn. I think I play the island like I have Cryptic, and then I think I'm just doing that. It was unfortunate. We need more green sources in our deck, definitely. We also drew kind of weird. I will definitely side out Bone Shredder. They're playing a black deck. Although, like, Bone Shredder and Hellrider seems, like, awesome. But they just played a bunch of black creatures when it was in our hand. That's fine. We do lose this game, I think. We lose on the attack trigger because of Hellrider, so. But it is, we did get a good picture of their deck. They're kind of playing like an aggro black deck. We're playing more of like a grindy black deck, so that's cool. I think because of that, Ophiomancer is definitely going to be way better than Bone Shredder. I also don't hate playing Languish. With the exception of Mind Twist, we should just be grindier than them. Like, we should be able to compete with, like, card advantage. We do not have a ton of card draw, but we have, like, Uro from the graveyard. We have, like, Planeswalker ticking up. We have Grave Titan getting value every turn. What would I cut for that? I guess probably... Maybe I'm not playing this. I even bitter blah. If they're playing a Hellrider deck, like, I feel like Language is just gonna be good. I think maybe I'm playing that instead of Murderous Rider, because this loses me life. It's also in the busiest part of our curve. This hand would be great if one of these cards was a swamp, but I think we're mulliganing. I would like to be able to cast my cards. This hand's actually fine. We have turn 2 Ophiomancer, which I like a lot. I think I'm not keeping Assassin's Trophy. Assassin's Trophy's not really great, like turns 1 through 3, because you don't really want to ramp them. And they're kind of playing like a fair grindy deck, so I think I'd rather keep like Brazen Borrower and stuff like that. Because we can always like attack for Noble, Brazen Borrower their thing if we don't want to Ophiomancer for some reason. Go ahead and play Noble. Noble plus Ophiomancer is kind of cool. We can attack with a 2/2 Death Touch every turn. Or attack with a 3/3 and keep back a 1/1 Death Touch. Seems pretty good. Hopefully they don't just bolt. That's fine. Because now we just get to Ophiomancer. Just going to be pretty good against them, I think. Because they're tapped out, so we are guaranteed to get a snake because it's during each upkeep. So I get a snake during their upkeep. So it's not like they can like burn it. They can burn it in response to the trigger if they want, but I still get the snake, which is very good. I'm a big fan. We do already have 3 cards in our hand because we had them all. So, but we do have 2, 4. We already have 5 mana, so we're 1 land off from casting our Titans, and we actually do have double green. We don't have double black though, which is funny. So we would need to get prime time or draw a black source into what's it called? Opponent's thinking real hard. It's very hard to turn 2 decide what you're going to do when you're playing an aggro deck. I'd imagine it just seems hard to decide what they want to do. Hopefully we don't lose this match. In retrospect, I don't know that our deck is that good. I think maybe I did a bad job drafting, but our opponent is playing so slow that, again, this sounds bad, but we really only have to win 1 match because I don't think they're going to have enough time to play game 3. Unless they concede this game, or if they win this game, honestly. Watch me lose to this. But oh yeah, I mean, back on my rant, if someone in Smash, when you accidentally kill yourself off the ledge, you lose a life. It's called a self-destruct, and online a lot of times people will give you, it's called a homie stock, where they kill themselves out of respect, oh, I know you didn't mean to do that, so I'll make it fair. And I remember watching A Star play on YouTube, and stuff like that would make him upset because that's just realistic in a competitive setting. Is it's you're gonna make mistakes, and he was in order for it to be a good game, I want you to try as hard as possible. You should absolutely be trying as hard as possible, and I'll do the same thing. Drawing primetime is very sexy. I do like that. Because now we need to draw 1 more land, then we get to cast primetime. I think I'm just attacking with Ophiomancer here. It's gonna get buffed from Noble Hierarch, so they're gonna need a burn spell. And then we can also just Petty Theft Zergo if they go to I don't know, shock it or something. They didn't do anything, so that's cool. So our opponent took that long to decide to put Blackleaf Cliffs into play and then do nothing, which is interesting. I could just play out Brazen Borrower, but it's kind of our only interaction at the moment. Ooh, we would love to draw a black land. I'm pretty sure black land, and we just win the game. Double Titan's gonna be pretty brutal. We're gonna do the exact same thing we did last turn, just attack with Ophiomancer. Hopefully they don't mind twist us. That would be really bad. Please don't mind twist my hand away. Please. Opposition agent is fine. Doesn't super do anything against us. We're not really searching our library very often. If they attack 2, we just get to bounce one of them and block the other one with our snake. Which is gonna be cool. Hopefully this isn't Cryptic Command, or not Cryptic Command, sorry. Colgan's Command would be pretty bad. Abbott's fine. Again, we would just a swamp off the top would be ideal. Or just any untap lane would be just fine with me. But ideally a swamp, because then we can play Grave Titan or Primetime. Either or. I probably play Primetime. Primetime's sneakily really, really good because you can grab any land, so we can grab our Tar Pit. And also, after you attack with Primetime, 2 or 3 times, your deck is just out of land, so you can only draw action. Sword of Body and Mind. Huh. They're playing Sword of Body and Mind. Interesting. We didn't bring in our sword, because they still have black creatures. Again, swords are they're weirdly bad, but sometimes they're really good. It depends on the sword, it depends on the matchup. I don't know why they would play Sword of Body and Mind. I guess they don't really know our deck that well, but our deck is primarily black creatures. There's very little green, and then there's some blue. So it's just not a great sword against us. If that was Feast and Famine, we would be in danger. Smuggler's Copter is pretty good for them. Again, we still draw land, and we should just be fine. So hopefully we draw land. See what they're doing. Assuming they're not attacking, I think I'm just gonna Brazen Borrower. Opposition agent, maybe. Yeah, I think I'm gonna Petty Theft opposition agent. Because this makes it so that way if we attack. Okay, yeah. We're fine. I was just thinking. Now if we attack with Ophiomancer, they have to either 2-for-1 themselves or they have to trade their Smuggler's Copter. And they don't know that we're just gonna play a Titan, so I think I'm gonna offer up Ophiomancer. The other option would just be attacking with a snake. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack with Ophiomancer. Because they either have to trade Smuggler's Copter or they have to trade both of their creatures because they're tapped out. They can't get a Prowess trigger. I think we'd rather get rid of their Smuggler's Copter. Yeah, that's fine. They do get to loot, which is kind of annoying. But we still have the snake. I know Ophiomancer kind of did its job. We played it on turn 2 and it kind of just stopped them dead in their tracks, which was really cool. We're gonna play our land. We are gonna pay 3 life, and then I think we're just playing Primetime. Primetime helps thin the deck. I do really like Grave Titan, but I like Primetime more. We're gonna grab Creeping Tar Pit, and I think we're gonna grab Wooded Foothills. Grabbing the fetches is usually good because then you can search out another land. It just helps rip the lands out of your deck as fast as possible so you can start getting to business. And we already have 6 mana without using Noble or the fetch. Cast Grave Titan next turn. So they are kind of in danger. Titan is pretty good. Even if they just kill Primetime, like that's really not that bad. That would be fine. I would be upset if they mind twisted us for 1 and sniped our Grave Titan, but we do have Primetime in play, and we have Creeping Tar Pit. We have stuff to do. That's fine. 2-4, they do have enough power to kill Primetime if they want. They would have to block with literally everything because we're gonna get an Exalted trigger. Yeah. That's what I thought. Primetime Titans are good cards, so. Looking at more of their deck, I think I'm fine with how the deck is. I don't think Sword of Fire and Ice is going to be very good. I'm glad I took Bone Strider out. Murder Strider wouldn't be the worst. It's a 2/3 with lifelink. Would it be better than like Midnight Reaper? I don't think so. Wish Rider also seems good against them. Getting that goat buys us time. I think I'm just gonna run it back. I think our deck is fine. They didn't even get to see our second Titan. Like, come on. This hand is great. We have mana to cast our spells. I'm very happy. For the first time ever. We don't have any green spells in our hand, and we also don't have any green mana. So it could be better. It could be way worse though. I'm perfectly satisfied with this hand. We'll play our Creeping Tar Pit. We can Phantasmal Image something next turn. We probably won't though, so we'll probably just play Watery Grave and then following turn play Ophiomancer, which is going to be great against their deck. That's what we learned. Honestly, I could take a pack rat. Does this work? Wait. Number of rats you control. Okay. So that doesn't work like that. I think I'm just gonna play Phantasmal Image because we have Midnight Reaper in our hand. We're not doing anything else this turn, and we want to play Ophiomancer or Midnight Reaper next turn probably. We could have forced Pack Rat, but I don't think that's gonna be relevant. If they're just on the Pack Rat plan, I think we're gonna be fine. Wow, really? Wait, they played it for 0. That was an accident. That's unfortunate. They floated the mana and they hit submit without clicking the mana first from their mana pool. So you have to cast the card and then click these and then click OK. If you click OK first, it'll just cast for 0, which is not what you want. Usually a 0 mana 0/0 isn't what you want to be doing. It's the same as discarding a card. Luckily their mana is still floated, so they can still activate Pack Rat if they want. So it's pretty not ideal. I'm surprised they went for a Ballista to kill our Pack Rat though. They're that scared of Pack Rat. Like they have the Pack Rat lead on us. They went first. Ophiomancer would be really good against Pack Rat though. We get to eat a Pack Rat every turn for free. without investing any more cards from our hand, and they have to keep paying 3 every turn and discarding. So Ophiomancer, pretty good. Maybe Ophiomancer is good. I don't know. I feel like it's bad, but it felt pretty good these games. Just getting like it is just 2 creatures on the board, and one of them has Death Touch. So even if you only get like 1 activation off of it, I feel like maybe it's not that bad. Our opponent does concede. I do kind of feel bad, but I am relieved. I don't know if this deck is good, but I'll see y'all in round 2. All right, round 2. That's the die roll. We're going to tell our opponents to have fun. This hand is fine. We need 1 more land to cast Uro, which I do like a lot. We have Cloudskate on 2. Are we playing against the exact same opponent? That'd be funny. Brazen Bar is great. Early interaction, we could just suspend Cloudskate, which is probably what we're going to end up doing unless they pay something like Bob. Crowlux. We will discard... What am I going to discard? Probably Casualties of War. We're missing 2. Maybe just Blood Chief's Thirst. Don't really have any removal though. I'm just gonna get rid of Casualties. We have other big things to cast later on. I think I'm just gonna get rid of that. We are going to suspend Cloudskate, and if we don't get a land, it might actually be worth time walking just to try to hit a land. Usually you don't want to time walk like early. That's not what makes time walk good. It's like when you already have things in play, it can be like really good. To get like an extra combat step or to plus your planeswalkers an additional time. But time walk is great pretty much at all points in the game. So casting it now isn't like the end. Oh, that's really bad. Now we can't even cast it. Little did our opponent know that we only have 2 lands in our hand. We are playing 18 lands, so it is really likely that we draw more lands, which would be really cool. Hopefully we do draw them. We did suspend Cloudskate already, which is cool. Honestly, I kind of just like Watery Grave Pass because we can hold up Brazen Borrower. They didn't do anything yet, and then if we Cloudskate and then Time Walk, we get just like an extra 2 points of damage, which I do like. So that's not the end of the world. That would be a better time to Time Walk. We will cast... Well, we're going to bounce their Blackcleave Cliff. It taps for 2 colors, and it's also going to enter tap now because they have 3 other lands in play. We'll attack now. I think we do Time Walk now. If we draw a land, that would be really good. That's kind of what we're hoping for. The other option is we can just Phantasmal Image, Riftwing, bounce another land. That would be okay too. All right, looks like we're Phantasmal Imaging. Not exactly what we wanted, but that's okay. It might have been better to just bounce their land and then maybe the following turn, because then we're going to get an extra 4 points. That probably would have been better. I don't know. We could have also just like hit a land, cast Uro / Thief of Sanity. Like Time Walk with Thief of Sanity play seems like really good. But it's okay. We're in an okay spot. For getting strip mined when we only had 2 lands, we're doing okay. Really, no lands still. We do still have Brazen Borrower, and we do have Blood Chief's Thirst, so we still have like interaction. It just, we would like to draw like blue land, blue land, blue land. That would be really cool. We just want lands. We have things to do. we just need the things to do. So far they're not doing anything else. I wonder what's in their hand. Another 3-drop, 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm gonna attack for 2. I think we're discarding Midnight Reaper. We have enough cards in our hand. I don't think we need more card advantage. We just need lands. Zealous is pretty good. Am I Force of Willing that? I can't kill it with Blood Chief Thirst. That's not a great thing to Brazen Borrower, and unfortunately I can't Brazen Borrow my Riftwing because it'll sacrifice. I think I am doing this. I think I'm exiling Thief of Sanity. If they're playing black-red, they most definitely have a bunch of like kill target creature things, so I think that's just the weakest card in my hand. We do get a 3rd land, finally. I'm very excited. I think Ashiok is going to be better than playing Uro here. What land do we want to get? I think I'm getting Steam Vents and paying life, unfortunately. Ashiok's really good. It just puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. For our opponent. We got Pack Rat. What else did we exile? 2 lands. All right. So it seems like they're playing like an aggro deck like our last opponent. They do kind of need to answer Ashiok. They're berating our Riftwing, which is fine. We can just Brazen Borrower that. So that's actually probably fine. Yeah, that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and plus at our opponent. We're going to Petty Theft this now. This does mean that we probably have to discard like Grave Titan. I'm probably not casting Grave Titan this turn, so whatever. More non-creatures. We exile under Ashiok. That's pretty good. Roxa makes us discard again. They are at 8 life though. I don't remember doing that much damage to them. I guess we did that much damage. A land off the top would be great because Jace. Otherwise we could just cast Uro or we could cast Brazen Borrower. Oko's really good. I think I'm just gonna play Oko. Oko gives us a 3/3 to attack with next turn. It also is just another thing that our opponent needs to get rid of. It's pretty good. And they did just use Blood Chief's Thirst already, so they need another like kill target planeswalker. And then we still have food in play, so like it's fine. Glorybringer is pretty good, but I think that's actually fine because they can't kill Oko. Like Oko goes down to 2, we still get to attack them for 3. Night's Whisper is not what we wanted to see, unfortunately. I don't think plussing on Glorybringer is the play. I think we plus on our food token. We attack for 3. And then we just Brazen Borrower during their end step. I think I like that better than playing Uro. Because they're at 5 life. That's not a lot of life. It's just like puts them in a weird spot. They can't escape Crocs again. We're still in danger. Rakdos Return is pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty bad. This does mean though if we draw a green source, we get to escape Uro, which I do like. I'm surprised they didn't do more just to burn us, but they're probably gonna play Croxa and just hit us. They don't exert, which makes sense. Because otherwise they're gonna take damage off of Brazen Borrower. Prime time is not what we want. That costs 6 mana. We have 3, which is less than 6. We don't have any burn spells, so I don't think suiciding one of our creatures into them is worth it. So I think we're just passing, unfortunately. Kind of lame. We can still just draw like a green source, and we're like totally business. That Rakdos return was pretty good. We'll see what they do though. They're still at 5, and we have 2 creatures in play. So I do see a world where like they just don't have anything in their hand, but it's not looking great. The Blood Chief's Thirst on Ashiok was pretty good. We didn't get any value off of it. That's pretty bad. That gives them card advantage. That lets them start dealing damage. Lets them kill Brazen Borrower. So now they can attack with Glorybringer and Exert. Oh, that's probably the game unless we draw a green source like this turn. If we draw a green source this turn, we might be fine. But yeah, this isn't looking good. This is looking bad, I would say. Black source is not a green source, unfortunately. Again, if our mana was better, like if this was like a trop, we could like cast our spells, but I think me going for Time Walk there was wrong because we would have had an extra 2 damage on them, and then we could have just attacked our 2/3/3s into Glorybringer and won. So I think we're gonna lose. We do get to see some of their deck. It looks like they're just playing like a black-red, like fair interactive deck. Yeah, like Toxic Deluge, Rakdos Return. Our deck is actually probably pretty good against theirs. We're both playing a lot of Planeswalkers. I was gonna concede there, so I didn't see it. They have Ancient Tomb, which is pretty scary. I think their deck is just like a better version of our. If they didn't have Strip Mine though, like we would have been just fine. I will concede. we were close. We were close to winning that one, but not in the cards this time. I don't super think any of these cards are that great into them. Sure to Fire. Do they have any black creatures? Because maybe then Sort of Fire Nice would be good. Drawing cards is great. I don't think I saw any black creatures. I saw Croxa, which is also red. So honestly, maybe I'll play Sort of Fire Nice. What would I take out if I did want to play Sort of Fire Nice? Casualty seems really good against them. Ophiomancer seems fine. I don't think I'm playing Sort of Fire Nice. Maybe if I see more of their deck. But I don't think Sort of Fire Nice is very good. I would like to play first. This hand is pretty bad. We're gonna mulligan. We only have one color. It's not great. We'll keep this. We're gonna put Watery Grave back because we already have Creeping Tar Pit. This hand is not amazing. Just something I feel like I'm saying a lot, but there's a world where like Phantasmal Image could get there, I guess. I don't know. This hand isn't the worst, but we kind of have like a 6-drop, a 2-drop that depends on like them playing a creature, and then like a late game spell. That's like a bad land. Don't know if this is gonna be the hand that wins this game here. Duress is fine. We get to take Awakening, which we weren't really gonna use anyway, so go for it. I do want to grab a green source here over Steam Vent, so we're just not gonna crack it. I'm gonna pass the turn. They're thinking about something. Creeping Tar Pits actually should be pretty good in this matchup. Liliana, that's pretty annoying. We'll discard an island. We can't kill it this turn because it goes up to 4. So I don't even love Assassin's Trophying it. Maybe I'm supposed to. I feel like that's bad. I think I'm just not gonna Assassin's Trophy it. That might end up being greedy. That's what I'm doing. We're just gonna animate Tar Pit. We can kill it next turn. We'll probably discard Phantasmal Image. It's not really doing anything, and we're 2 lands away from Grave Titan, which is gonna be great. Solemn's fine. Maybe we get rid of Assassin's Trophy, because then we can Phantasmal Image, Smugglers, but then we can't kill it, which I think we want to do. Maybe I do just discard. I'm pretty sure I'm just discarding Phantasmal Image. There's no way I'm supposed to keep Phantasmal Image here, I think. Actually, no, I'm crazy. I'm getting rid of S Trophy. I don't care. Because they play like Glorybringer next turn, and then we can just copy it with Phantasmal. I feel like that's fine. Just Murderous. I'd rather just animate this than use our Murderous Rider. I think that makes more sense. We do have one more card in our hands than them. They do have more lands than us, though. Zealous is fine. Oh, that's not the right button. Zealous untapping their land. That's fine. We take 5. A land here is good. Honestly, I think I'm just playing Marsh Flats. I could Phantasmal Image for Zealous, untap a land, attack them for 6. But I think I just like getting guaranteed Grave Titan next turn, and then I can hold up Murderous Rider. I think that is better. Because we get the enter the battlefield effect. This gives us double green too. Yeah, I think this is just better. This gets us a green source. Then we'll have double of all of our colors so we can actually cast our spells. Which I am a huge... I love casting spells, let me tell you. I think if they just attack with both, we don't really care. Yeah. So if we don't kill this, they just win the game because Zealous can untap itself. So I'm not super interested in them just winning the game. So we're gonna kill it. I'm glad I went with this play. They're not playing. That's actually good to know that they have that in their deck. And it is kind of a blowout, but they also could have just won the game. Like we literally needed like instant speed kill target creature, or we would just lose the game. So 2, 4, 6. We're gonna offer the trade. He thinks. They take it, and honestly, based on their deck, I know I said primetime better is usually, or first is usually better. I'm worried that they're just gonna kill primetime, and I think if they do just have a kill spell, it's gonna be better to have Grave Titan be the one that gets killed. Because it's gonna leave us more power in play. They're holding on to Solemn for some reason. Maybe that's like Recurring Nightmare. So maybe this is... I think this works better into Recurring Nightmare. Yeah. Season Pyromancer lets them redraw. I guess maybe that's why they didn't want to discard Solemn. They discarded Firebolt, which is good for them. Ironclass lets them kill Grave Titan. Yeah, so I was right. They're gonna sack and draw a card. We do get to kill Duretti during our next turn though, which is very cool. Get to kill Duretti and then play Primetime. Like now we should be good. We're just like playing Titans. I do like that. I think I'm just gonna keep this in my hand. I think I'm just gonna send everything at Duretti. Again, they don't like have any cards in their hand. We do have to attack everything at Duretti if we want to be guaranteed to kill it. Maybe we just send 2 at him and then 1 at our opponent, because if it goes up to 3, we can just kill it with Creeping Tarpit next turn. But that goes bad if they just have an artifact. I think I'm just gonna guarantee kill it. I don't want this to backfire. We're in a pretty advantageous position, so. That is fine. So Duretti's down. We get to play Primetime. We will activate his ability. Zealous is already in their graveyard, so they need like a reanimation spell in order to like steal our Primetime, which would be pretty scary. I don't have any more fetches, so I'm just gonna grab Steam Vents, Watergrave. I'm not gonna pay 2 life. And then we'll pass a turn. If we do have enough mana to next turn Brazen Borrower, cast Murderous Rider, cast Brazen Borrower, which should be good. Damnation's pretty good. We do get to draw a card. And we do still have like stuff, so let me do that one first and then that one. Damnation was a good draw from them. Not the end of the world though. We should be okay. We draw Jace. I think I'm playing Jace. 3, 4 for Jace. We're gonna 0 Jace. I think I'm casting Thief. So they do have Firebolt in their graveyard, but if they cast Firebolt, they can't cast Flashback Season Pyromancer. If we play Thief, that's like a huge problem for them. This also lets us hide. Let's see if I go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I can't do both. I think I'm gonna hide these 2. I'm gonna play my Forest, and then I'm gonna play Thief. So they like kind of have to kill Thief, and then we can just Brazen Borrower any big thing they play. We're drawing an extra card every turn because Jace, so that's fine. Like that eats up their whole turn. So we're not gonna pay 6 mana to Stone Rain then. That seems silly. So we're just gonna draw 3. We're gonna put back. I think land. How much mana do we have? We can pay 3 to animate. We want Brazen Borrower. Yeah, so I think we're gonna put back 1, 2. Play our land. 1, 2, 3. Animate Tar Pit. Attack them for 3. In phase 2, cast our Murderous Rider from exile. And then we're still holding up Brazen Borrower. Yeah. I guess maybe we should have put Cloudscape back on top. Yeah. We got there. Casting Titans are usually pretty good. Luckily we didn't just lose to Splinter Twin on Zealous. I actually did not know this in their deck, and honestly, that actually seems kind of sick. Like doing that on a Season Pyromancer is like just if you have less than 2 cards, draw 2 cards every turn. That seems pretty good. Kind of like that. All right. So we did make it to game 3, which is cool. I was worried we weren't gonna. Since they're playing Zealous, do I change what I'm doing? Honestly, I don't think I'm playing Wosh Rider anymore. Maybe I'm playing Beast Within instead, because like killing that just seems like super important. Like we could just lose the game randomly if we don't have like a removal spell. The other option is like we could just play Languish. They have a lot of planeswalkers. We do too, but I feel like that might be bad. Bone Shredder does kill it. We saw some creatures that we can kill with Bone Shredder. I can also just play Sword of Fire and Ice. So far we saw Solemn and the token off of Duretti are the only non-red creatures in their deck we've seen so far. This card is pretty good. But then the issue is like we just have in our hand and they play 1 black creature and then I feel like Boo Boo the Fool. You know what I mean? So I think I'd rather play. I feel like Languish is bad. I don't know. This is hard. Too much thinking. Honestly, Vorinclex might not be that bad. They have a lot of planeswalkers. Let's just play Sword and Fire and Ice. We'll see if I get punished for it. I think it's good into them though. We'll find out when I lose the game. But this hand is pretty bad, but I think I'm gonna keep it. We have all of our colors. We do have a turn 3 play, so as long as our hand isn't that fast. We have Oko. Yeah, I'm glad I kept this hand actually. We're just gonna lead on Island in case they strip mine us. I hope they strip mine us because we're not really doing that much. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna play, I think, another island, and then depending on whether you want to Oko or Ashiok next turn, we'll play the other corresponding land. Because again, we don't want to get strip mined. Strip mine would be bad. That's fine. We're gonna, which one would be better? I think I like leading on Oko. Because if they just kill Oko, we at least get left with a food, which is cool. They also 2 damage to Oko isn't really that. I can see an argument for either or. They're probably both fine. They abrade our food token. They're crazy. Come on, that's not nice. Chandra, I think we're gonna force Chandra. This Phantasmal Image isn't really doing anything in our hand, and that's like pretty brutal for them. Because now we just get to play Jace, I think, is what we do. Yeah, create another food token, and then we're gonna play Jace. And now we're in a pretty good spot. Let's put back. What do I not want them taking? I can't cast these two unless it's two or less. So I think I want them both in my hand. I think I'm gonna do it like that. And then we'll pass. So our opponent's in danger. We can take something that's power 3 or less from them too. So if they like Zealous and don't attack Oko, we can steal their Zealous. We don't have double black yet, which is a little sus, but that's okay. They do have Zealous. I think they're going to take Jace maybe and bounce their Zealous. Or maybe they're just going to draw. I'm not really sure. Okay, they're just going to draw. So unfortunately, I think this means that we just have to plus we have to plus Oko on Zealous because otherwise they just have it, we lose. Is a little unfortunate. The other option would be to like bounce it with Jace. Do I like that? I think I like that better. I think I'd rather just bounce it. I mean, them recasting it's like not ideal, but no, I don't think bouncing it's right. I'd rather just zero. Draw another card. Ravenous Chupacabra is great. Again, we can't cast it because we don't we didn't have enough black sources. We can actually get rid of cards here, which is very nice. I think I'm gonna get rid of Blood Chief's Thirst and this because we get to shuffle. I think we just have to plus and make it just a regular 3/3. Which is not my favorite, but that's okay. Grab a swamp, and then we get to play Ashiok. Plus Ashiok on our opponent. They can kill Ashiok, or they're probably going to kill Jace. So maybe we should have actually plus Jace. That might have been better. It's too late now. They can't kill Oko. I'm assuming they're just going to kill Jace. Yeah. We probably should have plus Jace, but that's okay. What do they play here? Hero's Downfall and Oko is pretty brutal. But that's okay. We still have Ashiok in play. We're going to sack our food, I think. I don't see a reason to keep the food in play, and we're not really doing anything with our mana right now, so. Does this grab permanent? Creature, come on. Target our opponent with Ashiok. We did not hit any creatures. We did hit their Blood Chief Thirst, which is cool. I think I'm just gonna play Chupacabra. Kill their creature seems pretty good here. If they kill Ravenous Chupacabra, we can get it back with Awakening, which is cool. And we do have another Murderous Riders here. So really what we don't want is for them to somehow kill Ashiok. That would be pretty bad. Solemn's fine. Firebolt's fine. We're gonna plus Ashiok at them. Creature maybe? Maybe? One time? One time we get a creature? Oh, we got 3 creatures. We got Glorybringer. That seems good. We got Croxa. We got Packrat. I think I'm just gonna play Tapland and hold up Murderous Rider. The other option would be to just kill Solemn with what's it called, Awakening, but we can get more value out of Awakening if Rider's in our graveyard. And also, they would need to animate Lava Claw Reaches or do something to Ashiok, because attacking it for 2, it's still gonna be at 7, and we can minus to grab Glorybringer, so they're still under pressure. We could also just grab Packrat and just be on the Packrat plan. They do have Wrath in their deck though, so I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, this is gonna be huge. They attack. I'm assuming they're gonna attack Ashiok. Yeah, they should have given us priority back, I think. Because this is gonna be brutal. Because now we get to keep Ashiok. Their thing's dead. Like that's pretty brutal. Ashiok lives on. Now we get to -5. I think it's gonna be worth it, right? Because I don't want to put Crocs in their graveyard. I do love Glorybringer, so I'm just gonna -5. We're gonna... I think we just attack. I don't see a reason to exert. I don't want them to draw another card. Should have probably played Noble pre-combat, but, you know, no one's perfect. We're gonna play that, we're gonna play Noble, and then we're gonna play land, and then we're gonna pass a turn. So this... Oh, wait, don't they have... What's it called in their graveyard? Maybe that was wrong. They do have Firebolt in their graveyard if they want to kill Ashiok, which is probably what they're gonna do. Yeah, that might have been wrong. I don't know. We do have a bunch of, like, creatures in play, though, so I think we're gonna be just fine. That might have been wrong, though. We might have been supposed to plus that. I don't know. Get to attack them for 5 every turn, though. We do have Assassin's Trophy still. Like, we're in a good spot. We're not gonna exert again. So they do have like 3 turns to figure something out. We do have like... Our hand's looking pretty stacked, though. We have Assassin's Trophy. We have Awakening to get back Chupacabra as a like kill target creature. So honestly, I'm not sure what they could do. Wrath would probably be pretty good here, only because they get to draw a card, and then we actually can't reanimate Glorybringer because it's not ours. We don't own it. It won't go to our graveyard. It'll go to their graveyard. But I think we're in an okay spot. Splinter Twin. I think I let that go. This lets them draw 1 extra card, but it means I don't have to use my Assassin's Trophy. Because we get to kill it with Glorybringer next turn anyways. Huh. But if I kill this and they have nothing, I can't just kill them. I'd be 2 damage short. I don't think letting them draw another card is going to be good. I think I'm just going to Assassin's Trophy it. Maybe I'm crazy. I feel like it's just letting them draw another card. Well, like they're doing that because they're desperate to draw another card. This does get them 5 mana though. That might be wrong, because we can also just kill it with Glorybringer next turn by exerting. Target player sacrifices a creature. Will sacrifice Noble. That's fine. So they're gonna go down to 6, and then even if they Wrath, we still have Awakening in our hand. I'm not sure what they could have. That would be like the end of the world. So we're gonna attack them. I think we dual play Ophiomancer. It doesn't matter if they Wrath again because we can just Awakening it back instead of Murderous Rider. I think Ophiomancer is gonna be better than Murderous Rider. So they need like literally Wrath, and even then we're still probably fine. They do have Pyromancer. Pyromancer is actually not bad. It lets them redraw. So they need to find a way to kill Glorybringer. It's like if they Wrath here, actually, that could be kind of suspect. Chupacabra is pretty good for them. They do get to kill our Glorybringer. So they do live another turn, definitely. They do have to block both of our 3 mana guys, or we just kill them. So we do get to put them down to 1, and then we get to Amalgam's Awakening. So if they have a Wrath next turn, that would be the end of the world. Not the end of the world. They'd still be at 1, but maybe I'm not supposed to. Because then they 5... What are the odds they draw Wrath? 1 in 9. I'm just doing this. They're still at 1. Like, there's just so many things we could draw. I think I'm just doing this. I want to do it for 4. Do I have to kill off of them? Isn't it? Yeah, destroy target and opponent control, so I don't have to do that. Actually, yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this now. I could see a reason to wait, but I don't think I want to. Oh, we have to use more black mana. I was like, what am I doing wrong? I've never seen that card be good, honestly. So hopefully they don't have Wrath here. Then it would look kind of stupid, but this makes it so they can't just flashback Season Pyromancer and live another turn. All right, and we won. We actually won. I feel like our deck is bad, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'll see you guys in the finals. All right, we're in round 3. Hopefully we can win this game. That would be really cool. Find out though, until our opponents have fun. We lost the die roll, so they get to choose. They chose to play first, and they keep 7. This hand's fine. We can turn to Assassin's Trophy if need be. We have Oko. I think this hand's fine. They are passing the turn. We're gonna play our tap land. That might have been wrong. Now we can't turn to Assassin's Trophy. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. We'll find out though. I think I was supposed to play either a forest or swamp. Probably forest to play around what's it called? But play around strip, but Chalice is fine. That's not something we were gonna Assassin's Trophy, so we're chilling. I'm gonna Foothill. We don't really want to draw any more lands, so this gets another forest out of our deck. We can Oko next turn. We can also Woe Strider. We can Midnight Reaper. They do have 4 mana this turn, which is a little interesting. Karn. We are going to... It's unfortunate that we don't trophy. I'm gonna grab that. Hopefully they just... I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. They can just do it. Let's give them... Don't think I want them to be drawing more cards. Let's give them Tolarian. We'll see if I regret that, but right now they only have 1 artifact in play. We're gonna play Oko, I think. Maybe we're supposed to play Woe Strider, and then we can Oko plus on our goat. I actually kind of like that. I think I have to leave them with... See, if I don't Oko now... No, I think I'm just supposed to Oko now. Because then I can Assassin's Trophy something next turn if I need to, and I think I need that. It's a shame I didn't have Assassin's Trophy up right then, because then I could Woe Strider now. Which I think would be better. Oko should be pretty good. They have like Mindslaver, we can turn it into a 3/3. Like Oko's just a great card. Hopefully it's enough to just win the game. They do get a Construct, which is a little annoying, but that's okay. They have Tolarians now. Tolarian taps for 2. I feel like giving them Duretti's kind of annoying, but maybe giving them Tolarian was worse. I don't know. We'll find out. Assault Monolith makes the Construct a 3/3, which is not my favorite, but that's okay. We're gonna animate our food token. I think we're gonna Assassin's Trophy and draw 2, so we'll start by drawing 2. I need to not tap my greens first, though. We're gonna Knight's Whisper. I think we're gonna Assassin's Trophy their Karn. Hopefully they don't just like play Mindslaver. They do have a ton of mana, which is kind of scary, but I don't like them drawing all these cards. Or getting another Construct would be pretty scary. Like they do need 1 more artifact in order to beat over our food token. So their hand might be weak. We'll find out though. Certainly. Next turn we can Oko into another 3-drop, and then the following turn we can escape Oko, which I do like. I don't think I am hitting. So we'll see what they do. Hopefully it's nothing too scary. Maybe we were supposed to give them Duretti. I don't know. Oh, this is a lot of mana. This is 8 mana. If they play Sundering Titan, that's probably the game. They get to kill 3 of our lands. That's pretty brutal. We don't have Force in our hand, so whatever it is they're playing, they get to play it. Ugin's pretty bad. I don't know if we can beat that, but we're gonna try. If we had Force there, that would have been really cool. I don't think it matters that we gave them Tolarian, because they would have had the mana for it anyways. Unfortunately, the plus ability from Oko turns it into a colored permanent. So we did lose our guy, which is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. I'm gonna go Island, play Uro. Do you have a counterspell? Okay. Do this one first. We're gonna auto yield to this one. Are they gonna path it? That's kind of annoying. We do gain a lot of life though, but that is kind of annoying that they did that. I'm gonna play Forest, and then I would play Woe Strider, but they are just gonna kill it with Ugin probably. But then we can escape it. The other option is like Midnight Reaper. We get a redraw. How much mana do we have? 2, 4, 5. 2. We already played a land, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I like Midnight Reaper better. Nah. I'm gonna play Woe Strider. Wait, does this exile? This exiles. Yeah, so I'm gonna do Midnight Reaper. Because they're gonna probably just plus it, and then we get to draw. And then next turn we can Woe Strider Ravenous Chupacabra. And then when they go to exile our stuff, we can just sack it to Woe Strider. We're still in a very bad spot. But I could see us maybe winning this game somehow. If we draw like Rider. And we get to kill Ugin, and then like their hand is stalling. Oh, they have Elspeth? That makes it harder. Interesting that they're playing Elspeth in their artifact deck. How come they can play 3 colors and be fine? Picking 6, which is how much we gained last turn, so it's not the end of the world. We actually get to kill it with Chupacabra next turn. Force is a little late. We would have liked it earlier, but that's okay. You're going to Chupacabra their Construct. Onto that, we're gonna play Woe Strider. Get our goat. My guess is they're gonna -3 Ugin. Oh, what is this? Oh, okay. I was like, what are you casting, Foff? We do have Force of Will in our hand. We can't use it though, because we don't have another blue card. We just have lands. Weirdly enough, Murderous Rider into like a Titan would probably be our best draw. They actually just kill him, which makes sense. Oh, I have to sacrifice another creature. I'm gonna sacrifice the goat. I want to scry. I really don't want to land. Huh. Okay, so this kills Elspeth, which I do like. I don't know if that's good enough to. Do you have enough mana to do both? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana is enough to do both, so I think I am keeping it on top, and I do have enough black sources, so. Oh wait, no, it's 9. Okay, that might have been wrong. Oh, that's okay. Okay, I don't know that we're winning this game. Ugin's pretty hard to beat. We did use our Assassin Trophy already. They're playing Magda. Interesting. They don't have enough to Ugin yet. They ult Ugin, we probably lose, but we're actually 1 mana short of doing Kicked Bloodchief's Thirst and Woe Strider, which would be like ideal. Like that's what we want. So I think what I do is I attack Ugin for 2. Again, we just draw Murderous Rider next turn, and we're like suddenly in great shape. So hopefully that happens. 3, 4. We're gonna cast with Kicker, and we're gonna kill Elspeth. We want Murderous Rider. Pretty bad. It's a shame that they had swords for our Uro, because Uro would have been cool here. It would have cantripped. They would have had to -3 Ugin to kill it. Should have been cool. They are hitting us in the face. Not sure what else we could draw that would be good, but oh, if they play a big oh, Gillilos is fine. They already have infinite mana, so it doesn't super matter. We do just want Murderous Rider pretty bad. All right, we did not draw it, so that's unfortunate, but that's okay. We're gonna flashback Woe Strider. XL 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That comes back as a big fatty. We're gonna play a land. We're gonna play Ophiomancer and pass the turn. So they might just -3, which would give us another draw. In fact, we actually get a bunch of scries to try to look for Murderous Rider. Uh, they're probably just gonna -10, which is why I'm just deploying my hand. Yeah, they -10, so hopefully they draw nothing. Um, we'll see. Maybe it'll be 7 lands. If it's 7 lands, we might be okay. If it's 7 lands, we'll probably proceed to win the game, but that's also very unlikely. So, or at least hopefully the permanents they put into play are not going to be game breaking. Because we can't even if we add another blue card, we couldn't force of will. You just get to put them straight into play. It's not you don't cast them for free off of Ugin. They just go straight into play. So force of will is just a dead card in our hand. That's pretty bad. But I think it could have been way worse. Actually, I didn't see the Worm Coil. The Worm Coil probably makes it game. We do get to see a bunch of their deck now, which is cool. They're drawing another card. That's fine. We do get to scry 1 during every upkeep because of Bowstrider plus our snake, and they are actually not going to gain any life because we can just chump with the snake, sack it to Bowstrider, and then they won't get life. It's not assigning any combat damage. What is this? Oh, Signet. You didn't feel like putting Signet into play? Did they already put 7? They might have already put 7, that's why. So we will sacrifice a snake to scry 1. I'm not sure what we could possibly draw. We don't want that. I'll tell you that. I think I'm getting rid of a goat to try to dig deeper. Murderous Rider's good. We get to kill Teferi, hopefully. We will yield. We are going to... Maybe I don't even kill Teferi. Is Teferi a problem? They only have... How many cards they've left? They only have 4 cards left in their deck, and they don't have any, like, combat damage. Maybe I'm not even killing Teferi. Them tucking my combo... no, I'm just gonna kill it. Them, like, tucking my combo seems bad. Like my little scry combo I have going on here. And we can do this while holding up force, which I like, which is why I'm doing it. Again, combat won't be a problem because of our snake combo. We actually should have scryed there because we were going to get another one during their upkeep. So we did miss one scry, but that's okay. You can discard and draw. They only have 10 cards in their deck. I'm assuming that they have something else they can grab off of Nahiri, but it needs to like literally win them the game. And the recast, we can just kill it. That's pretty bad because that is flying. Coalition Relic is fine. They already have infinite mana, so we don't really care. Casualties of War would be a great draw here. I'm assuming the attack now. So we do miss out on a scry 1, which is a little bit brutal, depending on what's on top. Brazen Borrower is fine because now we just get to bounce back Nahiri and they have to restart. So they are actually in a weird position here. Petty Theft on Nahiri. This doesn't let us hold up force, so I think I don't want to do that actually. We're gonna do this now. Is Primetime? Primetime's better than a land. What else would I want out of my deck? Driftwing, maybe? Casualties? I think it's just better than a land, so I think I'm just keeping it, for better, for worse. I really don't want to draw lands. I would like to draw spells. Primetime is good. I'm just like trying to mill them out, basically. I'm gonna auto yield a Coalition Relic. I don't think I'm ever gonna do anything in response to a Coalition Relic trigger. Assuming this is just Nahiri. Honestly, maybe I just counter Nahiri. I don't think so. I think I want them to just like keep looting. I'd rather counter something else. They're like digging for something to do. They do get to attack us with Colonnade if they want. This is a good game. This is like weird. I thought we were gonna lose really fast, and the Ugin wasn't enough. Honestly, if they just minus Ugin, then plus they probably would have already won. But what do I know? They're tapping to animate Colonnade. That's fine. I'm pretty sure we just take 4. This is a 3-turn clock, which is not my favorite, but that's okay. We do just want to keep the counter spell up, I believe. And then if they attack with Colonnade, they don't have an... Oh, they do have another white source to protect. So we do take 4. They can animate it again if I try to attack them with Brazen Borrower during the next turn because of Coalition Relic. I'm gonna cast the Borrower, and then we're also gonna... We already have what's it called on top, but maybe that's just bad. Ugh, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna keep it. Just gonna play Prime Time. Uses ability. This gets a bunch of stuff. They haven't been casting stuff, and this also lets us grab Tar Pit, which makes it guaranteed that we get to pressure Nahiri if we're afraid of them ulting it. I think I'm gonna attack Nahiri with the snake, because if they don't block it, we can just sack it and get another untapped snake. Them gaining 6 if they want to form curl is fine too. We're gonna sacrifice to scry 1. That is really good. We would like that. Casualties of War is going to be huge if we get to cast it, because we actually get to kill a land, which is going to be very relevant, because we would get to kill Colonnade, which is kind of not what we love to see, is Miss Colonnade right now. I probably do chump Colonnade this turn. Maybe I'm not supposed to, but I think we're going to win off cards, not off damage. But then again, having a 3-1 flyer seems good. They're going down to 5-4 cards. So we're gonna win by milling, probably. So I think I'm just blocking Colonnade. I'm not sure what they could have in their deck that I'm afraid of. I guess this turn we don't have Force of Will, so if they play like an Eldrazi, that would be pretty bad. They are casting something. Oh, they're just Colonnading. We will chump with Colonnade. If they have a counter spell for casualties, that's also pretty bad. But again, not the end of the world. What is this? Are they burning Brazen Borrower, maybe? Batter Skull, huh? That's a great artifact for us to kill. Huh. Batter Skull gives +4/+4, so if they have a counterspell, they just win. Hopefully they don't have a counterspell. But we do get to kill their land next turn. So that's really good. Yeah. So now we like have to jump. If they have a removal spell, they win here too. Which it looks like they do. They just have Gideon, which is fine. If they have a removal spell, they win still. They have a lot of cards in their hand, so I think they might. Nope. They're just floating their mana? That's weird. Oh, they're untapping Basalt. Interesting. How did they get another card in their deck? Weren't they down to 5? So we kind of have to chump. We were planning on chumping anyway, so it's really not that bad. So you gain a lot of life, but that's not really how we're trying to win. So I think we're chilling. We get to draw casualties. How much mana do we have? We have 6. We do have enough to animate Tar Pit and attack, but I'd rather hold up Force of Will. I cast Force of Will. So I think what we do is attack Nahiri for 1 and see if they want to trade anything. And now we get to just like live the dream here with this casualties. We would like to destroy target artifact. We would like to destroy a creature. We would like to destroy a land and a planeswalker. The land is actually the most relevant. They're just gonna bounce Batter Skull if we try to kill it. So maybe we're supposed to kill something else. Wormcoil diversifies their threats. I feel like killing Gilded Lotus. I think they have so much mana though. I don't want to split their Wormcoil engine up, so I think it's either Gilded Lotus or Coalition Relic. I think Gilded Lotus is going to be better. First creatures, I would like to kill the Knight Ally. I'd like to kill their Celestial, and then I want to kill Gideon to pay our mana. We have Force of Will backup, so they would need 2 counterspells to stop this. I'm assuming they're just floating mana because they're gonna die. Oh yeah, they're untapping Monolith, which is good. And now we're gonna sacrifice our snake. We would like to keep Grave Titan. So we can Grave Titan next turn while still keeping up Force of Will. Pause the turn. Get another beautiful, beautiful snake. Anything they do, we can force one thing. So I'm not sure what they could have that could get us. I think we're going to be okay. They need like commit to memory would be pretty bad. Like any sort of reshuffle from their graveyard back into their deck would be pretty brutal. But anything barring that, I think we're gonna be okay. Oh wait, they actually get to. Oh wait, I should have hit Crucible. I should have hit Crucible. Oh, they didn't see it. So they should have. I should have hit Crucible, because otherwise they just get to replay Celestial from their graveyard. What is this copying? Do I care? Because they could just replay Celestial off of Crucible, and then like keep pressuring me. What is this copying? Copy of any artifact or creature on the battlefield. So I'm assuming this goes to Wormcoil. This could also be. I think that's fine. I really regret not hitting Crucible though. That was pretty stupid. That makes sense because they can always return it back to their hand if they want to change it to something else. What is this? Oh, what? They're just like getting two boys, I guess. We might have to tar pit this turn. In order to stop Nahiri from ulting. They have 4. If they have like Mindslaver, they have Mindslaver in their deck. It doesn't matter. I think we're gonna keep what we have on top. So that's not a factor. I'm scared of them having Mindslaver off of Nahiri, but they could also just have Mindslaver in their hand. I think I. We also just not play Grave Titan. See, we go 1, 2, 3. We would have enough if we don't play Grave Titan. But that's also kind of sus. I think that's just what we have to do. We're gonna animate this. I'm scared of letting them ult Nahiri, honestly. Maybe that's not justified, but it's the only way that we can't counter what they want to do is if they just put it into play with Nahiri. That's fine. They gain life, but we do get to kill one of their creatures. Nahiri goes down to 5. Because of that, I think I'm just gonna pass. I could see a reason to play Grave Titan, but again, we're not gonna win on what's it called? 2, 4, 6, 7. We're not gonna win on damage. We're trying to deck them, so. And they can't Nihiri minus our land because it's a land. Yeah, I should have absolutely hit Crucible. It's so bad. Now we need to hit like a kill spell or we just lose, like an instant speed kill spell. I'm not sure that we have in our deck. That could have been a punt. Probably might end up costing us the game. We'll find out though. Um, I think killing Crucible would have been better than killing Gilded Lotus in retrospect. I don't know why I didn't see that before. It's like kind of obvious, I guess, in retrospect. I don't think we have anything that makes them draw. Like we don't have Ancestral in our deck. That would be cool to just like Ancestral them here and they lose. Let's see what they do. I'm assuming they're not going to attack. Actually, probably should attack with Worm Coil, honestly. Worm Coil plus Germ. No, they're not. That's fine. I might have to counter this. Do we have any flyers left in our deck? Yeah, we have flyers left in our deck. I think that means I'm not countering it. They're doing this during their main phase, so we can actually see what we're drawing first. Ashiok. Oh, Ashiok is awesome. Okay, I think we're gonna let that go because we're gonna want Force of Will to protect Ashiok. Because we should just win the game next turn. That's actually perfect. That's exactly what we want. I forgot Ashiok was even in our deck. That's crazy. Hopefully they don't ever... They need like 2 reshuffles. We're going to cast Ashiok. If this resolves and we get to plus, we should just win the game. Don't think they have any counterspells in their deck. If they do, they need 2 counterspells in order to get it. Because we have a 5 mana counterspell in our hand. Yeah, I should have hit Crucible though. Off of casualties. That was kind of silly. Like last turn, if they went Celestial, we probably would have just lost. But they played Mishra's Factory. Did they play Mishra's Factory? I don't know. They played something. Yeah, sweet. That was a really intense game. Again, that Ugin minus should have just won them the game, but they just like they didn't hit enough. I guess I don't know. I think if they just minused, but then again, like they don't know. Like we could just draw Murderous Rider and then that's stupid. But that was very fortunate for us. Very long game, very good game, and I won, so it feels great. I don't think I'm playing Deluge in this deck. Bone Shredder doesn't hit artifacts, unfortunately, so I don't super like it. Makeshift Mannequin I don't think is very good here. Vorinclex might be good. Oh, they disconnected. Lol. Hopefully they don't come back. Oh no, sorry. I'm a good person. Hopefully they come back. I would like to play with them, but also like in the vein of like, you know, them SDing, like we take those. Like I will take the wins when I can get them. Like I'm not the patron saint of Magic Online, you know what I mean? By no means. Sort of Fire and Ice. They do have white, so I don't think that's relevant. I don't think I'm playing Vorinclex actually. They only showed us 1 Planeswalker. Or 2 rather. I don't think that's enough. Beast Within might be good. We can hit. Oh yeah, Beast Within hits lands too. I think I like Beast Within. I think I'm getting rid of. Oh, I kind of like Thief though. We have so much at this part of the mana curve though. Bloodchief seemed only good against 2 of their cards, but I think maybe that's just good enough. I think maybe I'm not playing. Well, Strider was really good there though. I don't know. I think I'm not playing Midnight Reaper. Then we'll just send it like that. Have they? Oh, they. No, they're still disconnected, I think. Has left the game. Okay, they joined back. That's good. We did win game 1, which is super fortunate. Feeling blessed and highly favored. This hand's good. We have a bunch of early game stuff. We do have Beast Within, which is cool. Our little sideboard tech. We're gonna play Marsh Flats. I was gonna say we're gonna play Swamp to play around Strip, but we drew a land we'd rather play instead. Depending on what they play, it might just be better to Brazen Borrower like a Signet or something. But yeah, that's not a great target for. We're gonna grab Watery Grave. I don't think that's a great Brazen Borrower target. I'd rather just suspend Riftwind Cloudscape and then bounce whatever they play. We don't have a green source for Oko, which is very sad. But that's okay. We do get to suspend Cloudscape, which I do like. Hopefully they just play like a creature that we can Phantasmal Image, or they play something that doesn't immediately impact the board that I can just bounce with Brazen Borrower, or we draw... Oh, that's not good. That's 6 mana to cast an artifact. That's a lot of mana. If it's Wormcoil, that's actually fine. That's literally fine. We're just gonna... How far away is this? 2? I think I'm just gonna Brazen Borrower. The other option is we can Phantasmal Image it, but they did have Path, which would be pretty bad. I think I like Brazen Borrower better. Yeah. Because then we can... I don't know. This might be wrong, but... It feels so right. So who cares? Green source off the top would be cool to cast Oko. It's a great way of dealing with annoying artifacts. I'm assuming they're just gonna cast it again. Oh, they're casting something else that costs 5? Gilded Lotus, okay. Gilded Lotus into Teferi is pretty bad for us. Cloudscape comes down not this turn, but the turn after. Yeah, so we can't just bounce it now. We might be okay. Again, a green source would be the absolute best case scenario. That is not a green source. One of these days, we're gonna draw a green source. It's gonna be insane. Huh. I'm definitely playing a swamp here. I think I'm just Brazen Borrowing an end step to try to pressure Teferi. And then we can just Phantasmal Image their boy, and then hopefully we draw a green source, and then we can also Oko it. I think that's what we're doing. Sir. Hopefully it works out. We draw a green source next turn. Fingers crossed. Teferi's fine. I'm just gonna yield it up. So if we get a green source, we can just Beast Within Teferi. That seems pretty good. Hopefully they just play the big boy, float other mana, pass a turn. That would be ideal. Tezzeret's pretty scary, honestly. Tezzeret's like basically free. They're just like dumping their hand and drawing 2 cards a turn, which is bad for us. Green source earlier would have been cool, but that's okay. Is ready? Ready? Okay, they just have like 10,000 planeswalkers. They're 1 land short of casting their boy. Who am I even pressuring here? Okay, I'm pretty sure we're in danger. We are gonna cast the borrower. I think we're just dead. We do get to hit one of their planeswalkers. I think it's... I want to hit Teferi. Oh, we get this turn too. Oh, that's actually probably good then. I forgot about this boy. I think I'm bouncing Duretti, attacking Teferi down to 1. Or just leaving them with Duretti in play. Huh. What am I doing here? I could also just Phantasmal Image, Riftwing, and bounce something else. It's a shame I don't get to see what I draw first. I think I'm bouncing to Fairy. Because then we can kill one of them. Yeah, I think that's just... maybe I'm not doing that, though. I think I'm not doing that. I think I'm bouncing Tezzeret. Yeah, I'm going to bounce Tezzeret, kill Duretti. I think I'm paying 3 life here so that we can Ophiomancer and Phantasmal Image. That seems pretty good. So we're gonna hit to... That's not what we want. We're gonna hit to Fairy, I think, instead of killing Duretti. Hit to Fairy down to 1. I think we're going to play the land. Wrong button. We are going to pay 3 life. I'm debating whether I want a Phantasmal Image Wormcoil or if I want to bounce Duretti. I'm pretty sure we're just taking Mrs. Wormcoil here. It also is colorless, so if they Ugin, I won't lose my Wormcoil. Because I'm going to lose everything else. We do have 3 green cards in our hand and no green lands, so a green land off the top kind of opens up our hand, definitely. Again, if we had like a Trop in this deck, it'd be very cool. Or I guess we would want like Overgrown Tomb because we had martial arts this game, but like having green mana here would have been really cool. Discarding 2 lands makes sense. That would be a reason to kill Duretti, but I don't want them to just tuck my Wormcoil copy because it'll sack. Maybe that's not that bad though. I don't know. Regardless, they have a ton of mana, so whatever they want to do, they get to do, pretty much. Hopefully green source. Green source would be very cool. Very cool and fun and fresh. Fresh. Batter Skull, interesting. Green source would still be good here. Get to kill Teferi, which I like a lot. I do love me a dead Teferi. That's actually pretty good too. I kind of like bouncing better than drawing. Is that crazy? Just like bouncing their Wormcoil. Let's just attack with our own Wormcoil. I think I like that. Maybe I'm crazy. We'll find out. So we're gonna kill Teferi. I didn't see any burn spells from him, so I am just gonna attack with Cloud Skate. Do I like them discarding 2 every turn? I really don't want them to get Ugin. Do I care though? Do they have enough for Ugin? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they have enough for Ugin. I have to do a lot of damage to that thing to try to kill it though. So this makes it so they have to block or Duretti dies. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that block makes sense. And then they can return it and I don't gain any life. Maybe I was supposed to attack with something else. Ooh, that's really bad. I forgot they have swords in their deck, so I probably should have sent 2 things at Teferi. Huh. It's not the end of the world. Still pretty bad though. They do get another draw off to Fairy, but it is only a +1, so we can still threaten to kill it next turn with Brazen Borrower. Um, but they're still like, if they draw into Ugin, we're still like in danger. Again, we do. It is really nice that we have Wormcoil who's colorless because that kind of protects us a little bit, and we can always just draw a green source and Beast Within Ugin. We are running low on time, and so are they. We're kind of at the same level length, so I'm very thankful that I win game one. So that means they have to do more work than we do. Why did they do that? Oh, Tezzeret. I forgot they had Tezzeret in their hand. We already knew that. That's awkward then, because them plussing Tezzeret is like a way that they can deal a ton of damage to us. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's really clever. So in case you missed it, Phantasmal Image has like a lingering effect on it that whenever it becomes targeted, it gets sacrificed. And Teferi's plus, or sorry, not Teferi, Tezzeret's +1 is just untap 2 target artifacts. So you can target your opponent's artifacts. And so since they targeted the Phantasmal Image token, it just sacrificed itself. What is this? This is 6 mana. This is more than 6 mana. I'm not sure what this is. A huge ballista would be funny. Not sure what this is. This might be Mr. Ugin. Which would be bad, but not the end of the world. Especially if we draw a green source. So they can just -4. That would kill their own Duretti though. This is 10 mana. So it's something with an X, probably. Yeah, they're clicking. So this is, oh, this is burning. Oh, that's the end of the world. Oh no. All right. That's probably the game. That's very smart of them to kill the boy first because we would have been left. I mean, we do get to draw 2 cards a turn, so it's not completely over, but like this game's probably a wrap now, especially since they have Teferi in play. Yeah, so we're just gonna try our best to play as fast as possible. There's still a world where we somehow win this, but it's super unlikely after burning. Burning is pretty brutal there. I trusted you. They're literally just playing a better version of the deck we were playing last league. It's pretty funny. Batter Skull. Hopefully we just draw like land. That'd be cool. We are dead next turn. Yeah, we're dead next turn because of Tez ultimate. So I think I'm just gonna plus. Hopefully, maybe they don't see it. That they have 4 artifacts in play and we're at less than 20. That burning was brutal. Wow. We did finally hit a green source, just too late into the game, I think, for it to matter. I don't know why they're doing that. They could have just won the game off Tezzeret. Right? His ultimate's only 5. Yeah, they could have just won the game. How are they going to make an amazing like Tezzeret plus play like that and then not just kill me with Tezzeret -5? Like, what do they think I have? They already saw Brazen Borrower. Think of Assassin's Trophy? But why wouldn't I just Assassin's Trophy the Tezzeret now? Batter Skull. They have so much mana. We have 2. Again, they can just kill us. Like, I don't know. Hopefully we draw another land. I don't really feel like zeroing Jace for land. That's good. So we can just bounce the Germ token, hold up Beast Within. You can just win the game with Tezzeret all. We're gonna kill Gideon and then just F6. We're still dead, but it looks cool. I guess. I don't know. I guess maybe we should have killed Tezzeret during our main phase. That probably makes sense. Would have bought us one more turn. All right, so now we know they have Burning, which is actually really good against our deck. But they also have 3 minutes on time, so they have to play really fast, way faster than we do, which is cool. Do I want to play Rotting Regisaur? Oh, they disconnected? That's not good. I think I'm just gonna run it back. I could see like maybe I'm supposed to play like Midnight, or maybe I'm supposed to play Running Regisaur because we're playing like aggro. Especially since they have such little time left. Like if the game goes late, they're just gonna lose anyways. To play first. We're gonna keep. We are missing green, but we have turn 2 stuff to do, which is great. Play as fast as possible. Playing a Steam Vents. It's fine. Thief of Sanity should be pretty good against them. Grim Monolith is fine. We do have Force, yeah, so we're just gonna play Thief. Hold up Force. What are you playing? I think I'm just gonna force that. We're drawing an extra card every turn because of Thief, so I don't want them tucking Thief. Like, that seems pretty bad. Or they just have a... Oh, that's good for them. We're gonna play this. We can afford to play less aggro than them because we have more time. So I'm just gonna do this. Do this one first. We'll put blue land into play, and we'll pass turn. Fortunately, we don't have another green source, which would be cool. Duretti's fine. I'm just gonna play Noble. Animate Creeping Tar Pit. So let's kill Duretti next turn. Without using our Murder Strider, which I like. That was a really fortunate Swords to Plowshare, unfortunately. We're gonna have 6. We have no interaction. Batterskull's pretty good. But I think we're gonna be okay. Yeah, we can kill it. Play our land, animate Tar Pit. Attack their Duretti. Also, we might just let Ashiok take 4 here in order to just play Ashiok. Because you might not want to Murderous Rider that, and we can always just block it. It's not the end of the world, so I think I'm just going to do this. We can always sacrifice our guy too. Sacrifice our Noble. That's probably what we'll end up doing. We exile stuff we can't cast. That's fine. Assault Monolith is fine. What is this? Phyrexian Metamorph is pretty annoying because I get another Batterskull, but I think that's fine. We will block. We're gonna plus on our opponent. Grave Titan was a really good draw there. 4, 5, 6. Because now we can just chump them both and just be fine. Like they're in danger now. They're empty-handed. They do have 2, 4, 6. They have 7 mana, so they can't even Ugin. Yeah. Yes! Oh, we did it. The redemption arc. You love to see a 2-episode redemption arc. Honestly, I feel like that deck was bad, but I think I played way better than I did before. I think I made some drafting mistakes, but one of the benefits of playing Sultai, I think, is just that the 3-mana planeswalkers are brutal. Like Ashiok and Oko were just like really strong. And you get to play both of them. Casualties was really good that one game. We did make a mistake by not hitting Crucible, but other than that, I may make another one of these. They're like pretty easy to edit, so if I make another one, I'll see you then.